Hello everyone and welcome back to week 23 of our Minecraft series. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. So as per usual, I don't have too much of a plan for this week, but we're still going to be going ahead because I have a few things I want to get done and then we'll be flying by the seat of our pants for the rest of it. Some of these things at the moment that I have planned are I want to give you guys a progress report of things that have been going on in the background and slightly in the foreground, as you may be seeing the little clips I give you guys at the beginning of videos. And here we actually have now a list of things that I would like to show you guys. In between weeks, I have been breeding axolotls, I've been mining a lot of stone for our wither skeleton farm, as well as I've been slabbing over the nether with said stone to decrease spawn rates for the wither skeleton farm. And I want to show you just the progress on all three of these because, well, the axolotls we're doing to get a blue axolotl, the mining hole is not only for stone, it is going to be a build site, and we won't go ahead and build there until I've completely cleared out the area I want to. And then the nether slabbing will actually give you an idea of how close I am to being done and when we can go ahead and actually start building a wither skeleton farm. So yeah, I just want to go over those really quick and then we'll get into other things this episode. So first things first, if you come over here, obviously you might recognize the fact that we don't have any axolotls in this pond anymore, and that's because they're actually over in this pond. Now you might think this is a lot of axolotls, and you'd be very correct. I think at the moment the number we have is 67 axolotls in this pond. That is including adults and babies. But the thing is, we want the blue variant of axolotl. That is the whole reason why I'm doing this, and I've been transferring this from pond to pond just because it's easier with the breeding process. And for those who don't know, a blue axolotl has a 1 in 1,200 chance of spawning when you breed two axolotls together. So that is why there's so many axolotls here at the moment. And the way that I've been getting like all the fish to breed these axolotls is I'll go over here to our villagers, specifically our fisherman villager, because he has a trade for a cod in a bucket for only 1 emerald. And I use those buckets, I go over this direction to a warm ocean biome, and then I just go ahead and catch all the tropical fish I need to breed as many of these guys as I can, which is usually the number that I need to breed or one under, just the even number obviously. And then I spend a little bit of time breeding these guys. But yeah, it's currently at 67 axolotls, I believe. I can check actually. Yep, 67. And I'm going to keep doing this until we get a blue variant. So now that we've talked about the axolotl situation, I'm going to go ahead and fly over to our mining hole that I've been digging, and I will talk about what's been going on over there. Alright, and currently here is our mining hole, which obviously it doesn't actually look like much right now. There's just a random sheep down there, it's a square, there's a little bit of a chunk pulled out of here, but I promise you this all actually has some means behind it. My plan for this was I was going to carve out a 64 diameter circle, which would be 4x4 chunks, and I'm going to be bringing this all the way down to bedrock, I think, but as you may be able to tell, we are currently only at 44 in the Y coordinate. And there's even some stone over here that I forgot to pick up, whoops. But the plan is to carve out this entire area, and then I kind of want to make a mining village in here just as a cool centerpiece. I needed the stone for the wither skeleton farm, but we obviously don't need as much stone as I'm going to be getting from this. So now it's just a whole thing of I want to build something in here so that it doesn't look as bad as it does now. Yeah, there's not much to talk about this. It's literally just a hole in the middle of nowhere right now, but I hoped that it actually looks like something later. Also, you may be wondering why I stopped at Y level 44 currently, and that's just because this beacon does not go all the way down to that point. So once I finish digging out the area all the way down to 44, I will be bringing the beacon down and then bringing it further past Y equals 44. And if for some reason you're curious about how many resources I actually have in here right now, this is just kind of what it looks like. And now we'll go ahead and head back to our base so we can go into the nether and I can show you guys how the slabbing has been going over there. And here we are, at least, and there we go, this is a little bit better. Here we are, at the place that I've had to be slabbing over for the past, like, I don't know, month I think is how long I've been here now, slabbing over this area. And as you can see, I've been placing a lot of slabs around here to cover up all the areas that things can spawn in. And I think I've been doing a pretty good job. You know, there's a decent bit here and there that I've missed, obviously, like this little chunk right here. And you might be thinking like this over here I completely missed, but this is as far as the slabs need to go, so that's the reason why I haven't slabbed over there. But yeah, I've been painstakingly slabbing over in these areas, and obviously I've been missing here, but painstakingly slabbing over these areas, and I'm hoping that honestly by the end of next week, I'll have the entire area that needs to be slabbed over, and we'll actually be able to go ahead and build our wither skeleton farm next week as well, but that may not happen. We'll see what happens, because I usually spend like I'd say maybe 2 to 4 hours doing this per week, and that's just because I do a full 3 shulker boxes of stone. So we'll see if I actually get this done next week, but honestly, I have no clue. Yeah, you can even see over here, like, we're literally on top of the Nether Fortress. I still have yet to slab over, so it's still gonna take some time, but we're getting there at least. And actually, that already does it for all the things that I want to give you guys a progress report on. I haven't been working on anything else between weeks, not to my knowledge at least. But there is one thing that I did between weeks that is actually going to influence something we do right now, and that is on this list. We have here that I'm going to be building a bamboo farm this week, and now the reason you may be wondering why am I making a bamboo farm, and it's just because now that Mojang has come out with all the new bamboo variants of like blocks and stuff, I think it would be a good idea to have a decent source of those just for building, and hopefully be able to implement them in some builds that I want to do in the future. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you in these 3 shulker boxes, which is funny because I literally have shulker boxes over here with more ingredients. This is for the wither skeleton farm whenever we get around to that. But in these ones, I have the ingredients for the slime farm. Now, these 2 spots are empty because I actually forgot to fill them. These just require water buckets, so this isn't going to be that bad. But yeah, we have these ingredients, more ingredients here, and then I think this one's just to fill in the rest of the minecart harpers. And you might realize why I needed so much iron, because now even with the iron that we grab, I'm pretty sure we still, yeah, we have some iron, but we definitely don't have as much as we used to. There's a good possibility that I'm going to have to go and do another mining trip soon, but right now we're still good on the iron side of things, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But instead, I'm going to go ahead and find a suitable place for this bamboo farm, and I will meet you guys over there. Awesome, this might work. And alright, this is where we're going to be building our bamboo farm. It's actually not too far from our base at the moment, which is pretty good. And also, it's flat enough because we need a 22 by 30 area. And while it may have some holes like this, we could just cover over them. As well as the fact that, well, any dirt or grass that I'm going to be grabbing from here is going to be used to fill this in anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and plan this out, and then I will go ahead and start building the farm. And alright, now that we've cleared out the area that I need for this farm, we can go ahead and start building it. I'll be honest, this is one of my favorite parts of making the farms, is just putting these down and having it be like a wave. Like, isn't that satisfying? Oh, that's awkward. I never grabbed the buckets of water, did I? Alright. Bucket, 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 bucket. Bucket. Alright, the guide said to wait for the bamboo to grow, and I know it's only really talking about the outer rim. Nope, there they go. So because some of them still haven't grown, I'm gonna go ahead and wait just a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and actually finish up this farm. We only need to place water, but we still need to do that. Actually, can't I just place bamboo on top of this and it'll grow? Yep, okay, that's what we're doing instead, never mind. It's everything now, so now I can place the water. And with that, our bamboo farm is done. It may not look like much, but this will produce a decent amount of bamboo while we're here. It'd be nice if it actually worked while I was displaying this, but I mean, this farm is more triggered by the bamboo growing and not by a hopper clock, which is fine. Actually, I can go ahead and press this button. I forgot that's there. And as you can see, it breaks all the bamboo. And of course, the bamboo will go ahead and still need to be growing. Like there's some shoots here that still need to grow, and I will go ahead and AFK here just for a little bit so that hopefully all this will grow into regular bamboo. But yeah, no, as you can see, it's producing a lot of bamboo right now. And if I go down here, yeah, look how much bamboo we've got, and I've only been here for probably, like, the bamboo has been here for maybe like 10 minutes. So yeah, no, like, the farm's working great. Don't get me wrong, the collection system area looks horrible. The area around it, I tried terraforming just a tiny bit. It can still use a little facelift in some areas, but otherwise I still think it looks alright. And hopefully this will be a good source of bamboo anytime we need it to build. But yeah, I'm not gonna AFK at this place until probably the end of the week, so don't worry about that. Because right now what I'd like to go do is I'd like to go and head back to the base, go and put away our stuff that we used for this farm, and after that we'll go ahead and do what's next on our list. And actually, what's next on our list is going to require us just to stay around here for the rest of this week. As you may see, our third and final thing for this week is just to clean up. You may have noticed that around here in our base that there is just a lot of things that don't necessarily need to be here. Like there's a wheat farm here now that we now have a crop farm over in that direction, so it's not really required. We still have the lightning rod just in the middle of nowhere for the villager advancement. I've got some sniffers down there where their drops are just not being touched by anything. I still have the bees over there even though I don't necessarily need them anymore. And for those who don't know, I've also had an issue with this flooring here, aka I had a creeper one time literally walk in here and blow up right here, blowing up all these chests, and I had to resort through these, so this has to be fixed too. Not to mention I also kind of want to light up the area because a lot of it's not lit up, so we have a lot that I want to do right now and even some possible buildings. I'm not too sure we'll get to that, but I basically just want to go ahead, tear down some things here, make this place a little bit safer, and then also build and fix our little entranceway right here. So that is what I'm going to be doing probably for the rest of this week. We'll see. Alright, first things first, and the easiest task at the moment is just go ahead and get rid of this wheat farm. This used to be both a potato and carrot farm along with the wheat farm, but now that we have all the crops being grown at our villager farm, I think this is just kind of obsolete. Next, I want to go ahead and fix this little sniffer farm that we have here, because right now, anytime that they dig something up, it will just be sitting here and eventually it'll disappear because of the 5-minute timer, so I want to make it so that doesn't happen. And now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add a minecart system under here so that it will actually go ahead and collect the drops from these guys. It's a chest right here. Put that there, and now I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go ahead and destroy the little bee farm that we have. So we actually need to make a few more bee boxes, I found out, for that, so let me go ahead and grab the materials for that. Oh, we do also have to wait for it to turn night, so I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch of torches so that we can light up the area as well when it is nighttime. Hopefully that's enough torches. Just go ahead and do that. And alright, while it's still night, I'm going to go ahead and torch the place up before completely destroying this. Man, one full night of torches and I still wasn't able to get this place as safe as I want it to be, so I guess I'm going to be doing that tomorrow night as well. But I also want to go ahead and get rid of this because it's not necessary anymore. And I don't know what to do with all these beehives, so I'm just going to place them here for the time being. Now we actually have to go ahead and finish up destroying the bee farm and finally take some of these resources back. It looks so weird now that it's so barren, but honestly, the fact that we might be able to do something now with this is quite nice. I'm also thinking of moving these villagers for the time being, possibly even into this hillside, because we don't need them being in the way all the time. Which, actually, let's go ahead and do that now. I need a boat. Alright, so yeah, for the time being, I kind of just want to put them into here. Gotta move these guys, and this might be the hard part. Basically, I'm just gonna block for the time being, and we'll go ahead back to placing down torches. I hope I have enough torches for this. Something tells me, though, that the answer is no. No, I did not. Alright, no more torches. Now I know you can't see everything from here, but now this area is a lot more lit up than it used to be, which I'm actually really happy about, because that hopefully means I won't get creeped up upon very easily, which you might notice I'm actually trying to make sure that doesn't happen now. But yeah, now that this is completely lit up, I feel a little bit safer, but we're still going to go ahead and fix that door, which is actually what we're going to be doing next. Also, door, gate, whatever you want to call it. I also almost forgot that we have to move this guy in over to there, so give me a second. There we go. This feels a lot better than just having them stand out here, even though it might look a little bit worse for wear. But it still functions just the same, so I'm happy with it. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and fix this. Now, for those who don't know, I actually, to have this quote-unquote work, well, it did work at the beginning, but now it's not, I had moss carpets covering some string that were supposed to be covering a pit. But the thing is, I now have chests under here, and to make it look alright, I went ahead and put these slabs and stairs, and now that they're here, the mobs don't think that this is a pit, so they just completely walk right over it. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to replace this with some pistons, sticky pistons to be exact, that will go ahead and raise and lower some fences when it turns night. And so I'm actually going to show you guys how this is going to look when it's built. So if we actually take out these stairs and slabs, as you can see, we have our area below us, and my inventory is full. Give me a second. So the thought process is I'm going to take out all these stairs, and if I go ahead and replace this with pistons, like so, and then I go ahead and I need more fences. Place the fences on top. Now, when these extend, it'll block any enemies from coming inside. However, how are we going to empower this without blocking the chest? Well, if we go ahead and dig more into this, we're going to go ahead and place target blocks here, and I'll explain why in a second. Then we can go ahead and place the torches down here. And the reason that we went ahead and made all of these target blocks is that if I go ahead and place redstone dust here, like so, they all point into the target blocks without me having to do any weird things with like repeaters or something. And this is important because now if I go ahead and power all of these, it brings it down. So now if I go ahead and add a repeater just right here, then I dig a hole like this, place the redstone dust here, and then we go ahead and place the daylight sensor here. All of them move down, and we can now freely move between our place and here. Now we just cover it up, and there we go, out of sight, out of mind. Now I had a friend ask me, because I went and showed them that design, they're like, oh, well, how do you get in if it's nighttime and the thing is up? Well, I thought, it'd be fine if we just went ahead and, we just flew in here with our Elytra. But they were like, yeah, sure, but isn't there an easier way? So I thought about it, and yes, there is an easier way. I might make this look a little bit nicer, but if we go ahead and we make a stone button, like so, and we go ahead and place it here, and we'll wait for it to turn night, and it needs to be like a little bit late in the night for this to not be on, so we're gonna just wait for that at the moment. Any minute now. There we go. Took a little bit longer than expected, but yeah. When it turns fully night and, you can't jump over these, well, all you gotta do is hit the button. It's on the wrong one, give me a second. All you gotta do is hit the button and the thing goes down, just long enough for us to get in. And now we have a fencing here. And of course, you also just heard the actual pistons go down when it turned daytime, so it works. Now, the only issue is, I would say here, as you may have noticed, is the fact that now this is completely different from how everything else looks. So I'm going to go ahead and change this a little bit, and I will show you guys what the final result looks like. And there we go. Now this area looks a little bit more complete, I guess. It looks more like things are actually supposed to be the way they are. You can see the target blocks in there, but I'm not actually too worried about that. If you can see them, it's fine, but the more main important thing is the fact that this now works. But with all that being said, that is going to be the end of week 23. I know we didn't do much this week. We did a little bit of a progress update, made a bamboo farm, and then just went ahead and tidied up things around the base, but I'd still say that's a decent amount of progress. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week. I thank you all for watching. I have hope that we'll go ahead and actually be able to build the Wither Skeleton farm next week. And then after that, I actually have no idea what I'm doing for next week, so I need to figure that out. But yeah, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. You all take care. Have a great week, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next episode. All right. Bye-bye.